Ma,
Hi, good afternoon.
please, can you tell us your name, what you do, and how do you know that it's in line with the will of God in your life?
Okay, so I am Elizabeth and I am a registered nurse. Being a nurse is not just about injecting people like what people usually think, right? It's about you being the bridge between people and between their health. So I know that is what God has called me to be. He has as a child of God, you're supposed to be a healer, you're supposed to be an advocate for people, and that is what I am doing, an intercessor in that aspect. So yes, this is what God wants me to be. This is His plan for me, and I am becoming more and more of what He wants me to be.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. The thing is, I'm a civil engineer by profession, then I've wanted to become a civil engineer from the onset. I've seen people, a kind of person that I'm in love with structure, let's put it that way. So, with that and prayer, I prayed towards it and I worked towards it. So,
My name is Promise Adeniro, and I'm an electrical engineer. Um, well, um, I'm aspiring to do more in my field because I have not really um, make use of it yet. So I aspire to be an entrepreneur, um, establish my own, my own field, my own business in the line of career. So that's what.
Name is Oguntade Oluwadasin Olami. What I do, first of all, before I spell out what I do, I've come to realize at a very young age that I like to impact people, talking to people, sharing the little that I know, and that brings me to lecturing. And going to the university, I study African history, or let's say history and international relations, and major in African history, and that is what I do. African history is fascinating to me because I get to learn about my roots, where I'm from, and these are things you don't get to see day to day around you. These are not things you learn from people. Sometimes this part of learning is being censored. Not all school offer history, not all university offer history, and there's this stereotype about history being just storytelling and all of that. So learning history or studying history has opened my eyes to see that beyond history as a profession is beyond storytelling. It is the way of life of different people, and it is an avenue that exposes to your roots, where you come from, and the more you know, the independence and confidence you have about where you are from. So nobody can tell you a lie about this or that. So that's what I do. I'm a proud teacher. So I transcend beyond just being a lecturer. I'm an educator, a facilitator, anything that has to do with impacting knowledge. You find me there.
So my name is Taiwo Soshino Elijah. So I work in banking and finance. Currently, I'm in the sales division. So how did I know that this is God's plan for my life? Well, I mean, I stumbled into finance because originally this isn't what I studied. I studied the medical course, but in the course of trying to navigate the workspace that how turbulent it is in Nigeria, I ended up starting off as a contract staff in Access Bank, and after a while, I picked up some skills, some soft skills that let me move into a full-time role, a full-time position. And now currently I'm with UBA, and I want to give it or ascribe it to God's plan, because the way I moved from that medical space to the finance space, I can see God's hand in it. I wasn't sure of myself, but God kept presenting opportunities. And even when I wasn't even planning, I didn't originally plan, to go into finance. I wanted to go back and study like my master's degree in the medical field. But when I got the opportunity, or when a friend of mine actually got the opportunity to, apply for a full-time role in banking, I also now, applied. So I God brought the opportunity to me randomly. They had to extend the exam period for a week. I was able to now luckily write. I was able to pass. So I just feel that was God's plan, and so I've held it by, my two hands, and I'm moving forward with it.
My name is Gemini. I am a filmmaker, storyteller, screenwriter, and how do I know it's related to God's plan in my life? Well, while living a story, God is the best storyteller ever, and our lives are the stories that He has told, the script that He's writing. And so I'm just following the creativity of my God, who puts creativity in me as well. So I like telling stories because God tells stories too, and He has told the story of my life, and it's going pretty well. So might as well tell stories that will inspire others and will bring people to Him.
Okay, my name is Ebuka. And then what I do, right? I'm into tech, cyber security, pen testing. That's what I do right now. But related related to God's plan in my life, right? So I can't really say that yeah, God said I should do this, right? But it's just as a means of stepping up and all of that, like improving myself. Because so that's why I went into tech, and then I like cyber security and the idea behind all of that. So I went into it. So I can't say exactly, but although I prayed about it multiple times, and then I didn't get any clear confirmation that yeah, this is where you're destined to be. Where I'm actually destined to be is farming, livestock farming, and all of that. Because I've got multiple confirmations, but I need money to put into that. So cyber security right now is gathering money to put into where I'm supposed to be. If that makes sense.